So some of the other things that came with the tax bill this year, the child tax credit went up $200 per child. If you have another dependent or if you have a child over 17, it stayed the same at $500. This one was really confusing for a lot of people, and I know that not a lot of people have a mortgage more than, so this is the mortgage amount, not the interest, but if your mortgage is over $750,000, you can't take the interest over that amount. So that actually happened in 2017. It was going to sunset and they made it permanent. One of the things to mention about the One Big Beautiful bill that passed in 2025 is a lot of the things actually were similar to the 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. Those things were all going to sunset in 2025. So a lot of those got renewed. Some of them changed slightly. So you are going to see some similarities in some of those things. And this is one of them. And then another one of those is this QBI up here. So for anybody that has a small business, a little Schedule C business, even an S Corp or a partnership, a small S Corp or partnership, the first 20% of the business income was not taxable, and that was an effort to help small businesses. That also was going to sunset in 2025, and that was renewed with the One Big Beautiful tax bill. Another thing that was really good in the Big Beautiful tax bill, and a lot of people didn't even realize this was a thing, but you were limited. A lot of the reason people couldn't itemize, part of it was because they raised the standard deduction. But another reason was because they called it the SALT deduction, which a lot of people didn't even know what that meant, but it was the tax section. So in the tax section was your withholding tax, your property tax, and your licenses. Well, if some people are working, their withholding tax could be pretty high, then you add your property tax. Well, they started limiting that to $10,000. So that kept a lot of people from being able to itemize because it limited that section. So if you had a couple homes, if you had a second home, then you had withholding tax, you could easily be $20,000, $30,000, especially if two people were working on the same, return. Well, limiting it to $10,000 hurt a lot of people. Well, now they've increased that back up to $40,000. So this will help a lot of people. And they still have a higher standard deduction. A married is about $32,000. But still, if you have a bigger mortgage and you both work and have a home, more people might be able to itemize this year because of the SALT increase.